Yesterday, I shared how the past several years around Christmas time, I pray and ask the Lord to teach me something new about the Christmas story, not to get comfortable or let the power of the story become mundane. If you missed it, hop over to my website to catch up with When Christ is Missing in Christmas at comealivewithcandace.com. Today, I wanted to share with you this year's inspiration to dig deeper into the Christmas story. And today, we're going to focus on the muted messenger. But to do that, we're going to have to start long before Jesus was born, roughly 400 years before, in the book of Malachi. Did you know that Malachi means messenger? How interesting that all the prophecies and miraculous powers by God in the Old Testament were silenced in this final letter. Yet, in his words, the messenger is warning God's people that he will one day send a messenger with the same power and spirit as Elijah that will make way for one greater to come. Fast forward about 400 years, or just go to Luke chapter 1, when priest Zechariah was chosen to enter the temple of the Lord to burn incense. Now, this was a ritual I'm sure he's done many times before. So what he encountered really gripped him with fear. An angel of the Lord appeared to him saying, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been answered. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you are to call him John." All right, hold on here. When did he pray this prayer? Because his wife Elizabeth was not a young maiden anymore. No, she was well in age and up to this point, unable to conceive. So the angel continues to share more about this promised son and that the Lord has planned some big things for him. So in Luke 1:16 it says, "And he will go on before the Lord in the spirit and the power of Elijah to make ready a people prepared for the Lord." And as we've seen often in the Old Testament, doubt tends to creep in when something absolutely above our ranks is given. Zechariah responds to the angel of the Lord, "How can I be sure of this? I am an old man and my wife is well along in years." The angel's response, he said, "I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God and I have been sent to speak to you and to tell you the good news. And now you will be silent and not able to speak until the day that this happens, because you did not believe my words, which will come true at their appointed time." Guys, for 400 years, the prophecies of deliverance were quieted. Many said that God fell silent, but I personally believe that he was just patiently waiting. And then, in his perfect timing, the Lord spoke. And we know since the beginning of time what power his words hold when simply spoken. Zechariah's response may seem absurd for us on our end because, we have the entire Bible and we can know the ending. Yet, what would you have done if that was you in that situation? Being the first one in over 400 years to hear prophecy revealed and to be chosen to share the good news. And on top of that, have the prayer of having a son be answered finally, but not just answered, but a divine role for what, or who should I say, who is to come. I believe Zechariah's punishment of 9 more months of silence was quite minor, especially with what was to come next. For now, to learn more about the prophesied John the Baptist, first read Luke 1:5-25. Then hop on over to the Gospels to see this prophecy come true. Check out Matthew 3, Luke 3, Mark 1, and John 1. And then meet me here tomorrow, where we will see yet another transcendent interaction, further breaking the silence to make way for the birth of the King.